Mrs. Wiesler's room, Mrs. Rector's room, Mrs. Carmichael's room, Mrs. Slimac's room, Mrs. Rankin's room. Oh, we're over here. Mrs. Dorson's room, and Mrs. Grandin's room. Oh, you're all here. Good. Okay. All right. Very good. Are we ready to get started? Yeah. Ready to get started? Mrs. Cash, are you ready to get started? Okay, boys and girls, before we actually get started, Mrs. Cash is taping this through YouTube. And so our awards assembly will be online if parents want to see it. Because we don't have any parents here today, so we want to make sure on good behavior. So we're not too loud so everybody can hear it that's watching it through YouTube. Okay? All right, well, welcome, boys and girls, to our end of the year awards assembly. Can you believe that we made it through the whole school year? Yeah! You did so awesome. Who would have thought, at the beginning of the year we got here, we weren't sure what it was going to be like this school year. We had to wear a mask, which was different. So I didn't know if you lost your teeth or not. And I couldn't see your smiles. And then we had to stay 3 to 6 feet apart from our friends, and that was hard. We always were putting Purell and washing our hands. So we had all these new rules at school. So I just want you right now to give yourself a round of applause for doing such an awesome job. Your teachers worked so hard to make sure that everybody was safe at school this year. All of you learned how to use a Chromebook, right? Yeah. All of you learned how to use Google Classroom. Yeah. And who would have thought the teachers, we didn't know how to do that stuff at the beginning of the year, so we were learning too. So I am so proud of all of you for doing such a wonderful job this school year. It was a tough one, but we did a really good job, and we're here, we're at the end, and now it's summertime. So today we're going to do some recognition of some students that earned some really good grades, and we have some special gym awards that we're going to give out today too. All right? Are you ready? All right. Okay, well the first award that we're going to give out today is our Straight A Awards. Okay, now listen, we also used to give out a Good Attendance Award or a Perfect Attendance Award. We are not doing that award this year. And the reason we are not doing that award this year is because a lot of you had to miss some school because of COVID quarantines. Like sometimes you weren't sick, but you were sitting by somebody that was sick, and then you had to stay home and you had to do all this makeup work. And so a lot of times you weren't at school, but it wasn't your fault. So we're unfortunately not going to have that award this year. So we don't have as many awards this year, but we do have some that we want to give out. So are you ready? Yeah. Okay. All right. The very first award we're going to give, like I said, is the All A's Award. And we're going to start with our first graders. Okay? So we call your name. Now, we have something fancy here this year. It's our red carpet. So if you get called for an award, you come back to that, walk down the red carpet. You can wave if you'd like. Mrs. Praxton will give you a red ribbon, and then Mrs. Moore is going to give you your certificate. So when you get it, let's line up along the front here so we can get everybody's picture on the video, okay? All right, here we go. So these are the students that have all A's this school year in first grade. First student, Alex Lasik. Next student, Costa Lasik. Jessie Masuka. Trent Mazak. Cole Mugebauer. Alexa Demrosky. Brandon Effinger. Hey kiddos, it's okay to clap, but don't scream because Mrs. Snatch says she can't hear the other kids' names, okay? So let's just clap for them. All right, so we have Brendan Effinger, Layla Howe, Chance Morton, Jade Nall, Wyatt Schreiner, Camden Moros, graders, good job. We're going to go on to our second graders who earned this award. Now, in second grade, it gets harder each year to get straight A's because the work gets a lot harder. So we don't have as many second graders this year, but we do have some. Our first student that had straight A's all year is Kaya Deverett. Hannah Carr. Leah Finley. Eason Boyd. Gavin Isaac. Roman Slutz. John J.D. Whitmer. Molly Foss. Chris Stone. All right, let's give all of our second graders a round of applause. All right, second graders, they worked hard this year, and I hope you keep it up next year for third grade. Congratulations. And have a seat.
I don't know how I did
Okay, our next presenter is Mrs. Moore, our fabulous gym teacher, who's going to talk about track and field awards and some special G gym awards. All right, Mrs. Moore.
All right, kiddos, welcome to, I believe what is your very first awards for both first and second grade. It's great to have us here. So I want to tell you that every year I watch kids throughout our gym and I give them report card grades based on how well they do, their efforts, and their attitude when they're in gym class. At the end of the school year, I award kids that have exceeded their expectations or even followed our class motto. Now let's see if you guys know this. You don't have to be the best, but you do have to That's right. So today I want to acknowledge many kids that have either gotten all G's on the report card or maybe not all G's, but they just have had tremendous effort as well as a really great attitude in gym. Now I'm going to say a bunch of names here. When I say the names, we're not going to clap until I say all second graders or all first graders, and then I'll let us know whenever we're going to clap, okay? So everybody, if I call your name, you're just going to stand up right where you are. You're not going to come to the table, and then we'll clap for you at the very end, okay? I'm going to start with my second graders. Liam Adkins. Hold the clapping until the very end, because I'm going to say lots of names. Callie Belcher, Hannah Carr, Levi Doney, Winter Drake, Olivia Elliott, Landon Belinga, Isaac Hessler, Samantha Hicks, Liam Smith, Brody Bennett, Hawk Emery, Emmeline Finch, Liam Glendenning, Lily Kuznitz, Emily Lyons, Gavin Lysick, Roman Slutz, Brooklyn Snell, Caleb Sadowski, Skylar White, Lauren Boston, Landon Brown, Cohen Browning, Caden Davis, Jaden Gatto, Callie Hassler, Lindy Hubbard, Nehemiah Rankin, Peyton Seiler, Vincent Schaefer, Peyton Smith, Novak Zuza, Caden Brazelton, Isabel Buck, Brady Cook, Leah Finley, Alex Jones, Jeremiah Jones, Dominic McGraw, Gavin Patterson, Jaden Perry, DJ Ringer, and Owen Stoltis. Let's give them a round of applause. Nice job, second graders. You may go ahead and sit down. Now the first graders. going to do the same thing for your grade. So we're going to hold our applause until the very end of my really long list of names, okay? Brooke Adamson. Hold your applause. I'm so excited. Levi Johnson. Alex Lasik. Costa Lasik. Jesse Masuka. Scarlett Trescott. Mason Calvert. Isaac Chapman. Hayden Cooper. Reagan Graham. Grace Johnson. Trent Mazak, Mason Mullet, Seth Nelson, Cole Neugebauer, Brooklyn Wilson, Connor Wilson, Cooper Adams, Brody Miller, Grayson Porco, Jagger Slutz, Maverick Slutz, Sloan Steiner, Zane Stevenson, Sydney Swain, Austin Carcione, Kane Cash, Alexa Demrovsky, Brendan Effinger, Wyatt Lepowski, Jameson Morris, Chance Morton, Jalen Price, Wyatt Schreiner, Jace Seroy, and Camden Boros. Let's give them a round of applause. All right. First graders, you may go ahead and sit down. Now, teachers, the certificates for all the kiddos' names that I just mentioned are in your mailboxes, so you can pass them out to them whenever you get back to your class. Now, I also wanted to go over one thing in our awards, because this is definitely an award that I do go over with, and I did it earlier this morning. Now, I don't happen to have anybody that I'm going to give an award out to, but I definitely want to show you what it is that I do give to these kids, and that is for Walking Club. Now, I know that many of you were out there walking and running and really earning lots of toe tokens. So I want to show you, when kids make a goal, they might have a goal of maybe walking 50 miles or maybe 75, or even I've had kids that have worked so hard to make it to 100 miles in one school year, which is fantastic. But not only do you get super duper toe tokens that you get to put on your shoes or your Nolley necklace, but if you do reach one of those milestones and you make it to one of those goals, I want to show you that you are able to earn a special plaque that's just for you. It has your name on it, it has how many miles you walked that particular year, and you get to take it home, and it's something that you can always have, and you can show it to your friends and to your grandparents and even your kids someday whenever you get to be older. So, I know that many of you were working really hard at the beginning of the year. And then I had some kids that I know were so close to getting ready to get one of those plaques for themselves, and we kind of just stopped. So I just want to encourage you that next year, try to set a goal, we'll work together, and we can reach that goal, okay? So hopefully next year, I have a whole bunch more plaques that I'm able to give to some of you that are sitting right out there today, okay? All right. I do have one final, well, it's not really an award, but it's an announcement that I want to make, and that is for track and field. Now, how many of you, with a silent cheer, loved track and field day this year? Yes. So, I can't tell you how happy I was that we were able to have track and field, and that we were blessed to have such wonderful weather whenever you both classes came out. I do want to say that I am so very proud of how you behaved and how you acted at track and field. We do a lot of actually competitions that sometimes you take first place, sometimes you take third, right? And I have to say, I saw lots and lots of great sportsmanship. So that was a day that you were able to prove that we've been talking about it all year, but you were able to show off all of the great sportsmanship that you had learned all year long. So I am super proud of you, and especially because it was both of your very first track and fields ever here at Nolley. So that gets to come every year from here on out. Now, I do, at the end of track and field, tally up the points of how well your classes did, and I have results to share with you. So here are the results for our second graders. In fourth place, with 57 points, let's give a round of applause to Mrs. Brandon's class. place with 67 points, Mrs. Slimack's class. Which means first place with 72 points was Mrs. Rankin's class. Congratulations, kiddos, on a job well done. Now, our first graders, here are the results for your track and field day. In fourth place with 58 points, let's give a round of applause to Mrs. Fiesler's class. In third place with 61 points, Mrs. Bowser's class. In second place with 63 points, Mrs. Rector's class. Which means that Mrs. Carmichael must have had her class D's first place with 74 points. Great job, kiddos, on a job well done. So I hope everybody has a really fantastic summer. Stay safe, and I can't wait to see you back here at Nolley School next year. Thank you, Mrs. Moore. You guys did awesome at track and field. That was so much fun that day, and the weather was so good. And do you know that the mayor of New Franklin actually put out on his website how well behaved you were? He said he came to the track and field, and he witnessed such good behavior and great sportsmanship here at Nolley. So that made me really proud to see that. So thank you for being such a good sport. Before we go on to our next award from our PTA, I just do have one more announcement. So tomorrow, so you know I'm the principal of your school, right? So tomorrow I'm going to take a little break. Okay, because it's been a long, long year with COVID, and I'm really tired. So I'm going to kind of take a break. And so we have somebody that's going to help us out tomorrow. Mr. Mazak, Mr. Trent Mazak will be the principal of the day tomorrow. Mr. Mazak, will you come up here? Trent, come on up here. Okay, come here, Trent. Okay, so Trent, actually I'm going to call Mr. Mazak. So Mr. Mazak is in charge tomorrow. So, any shenanigans going on here at Nolley tomorrow, Mr. Mazak is going to know about it. He's going to get a special lunch with me, and he's going to be helping me with bus duty at the beginning of the day, at the end of the day. So I need you to be on your very best behavior because Trent tomorrow is principal for the day. So let's give Trent a round of applause.
Educator of the Year is always exciting for everyone. Of course, every teacher here at Nolley is exemplary, and we always receive countless heartfelt nominations filled with personal experiences and touching compliments. But every now and then, a teacher that flies under the radar finally gets the recognition that they deserve. This year's winner is just that, and it's probably because she is so laid back and chill. But she is also straightforward in a very thoughtful and easygoing way. She is so caring towards her students and supports each and every one of them in different ways. She's so in tune with their struggles and needs, strengths and weaknesses. She instills confidence and demands kindness towards one another. She is truly a role model for the young minds that she nurtures day in and day out. I'd like to share a few excerpts from her many nominations. My son started out rough, and together we made a plan, and he is finishing out the year on top. She has worked with him as an educator and also on a personal level as he is going through some big changes right now. We thank her tremendously for brightening our son's days and year. Her high-quality teaching, thoughtfulness, and endearing care and love for her students shine daily. Thank you for what you do every day for my child and all your other students as well. She has such a kind and generous spirit and always has positive, encouraging words for her students. She has helped my son with his reading comprehension tremendously, and I can't thank her enough. She is a blessing to Nolley School, and we are so very lucky that our son was placed in her class. My child asked me to nominate a teacher for Educator of the Year. She has never asked me to do that before. I was already planning on doing so, but that request just drove home how very important this teacher has been to us this year. I was very nervous and unsure how this year would be for us. This teacher has been a godsend. Her understanding and compassion has given my child confidence and me peace of mind. Thank you for everything that you have done for our family. I believe that my girl landed exactly where she needed to be this year, and we will forever be grateful. Congratulations to our Educator of the Year, Mrs. Esther Lee.
Okay. First off, I'd like to thank the Nolley PTA and parents who nominated me for this award in this crazy year, and congratulations to all the students for the outstanding job you did with all the changes that were thrown at you. We are all very proud of you. For those of you who know me well, know the first thing I did when Mrs. Pappas announced my name for Educator of the Year is run out of the building after school. I tried hard to avoid anyone saying congratulations to me because in my heart I felt like there was no way I deserved this. I drove home in disbelief and of course was getting sick at the thought of giving this speech. I drove around for a while trying hard to decompress from the day and let the award sink in. Most of you probably guessed the next thing I did when I got home, and that of course was to jump on the computer and start researching Teacher of the Year speeches. I love research, so the thought of searching for the perfect speech got me excited. After a few cups of coffee and about 30 Teacher of the Year speeches, I realized that there is not one place and not one teacher like the staff we have here at Nolley. No other speech said what I needed to say about our district. First off, to the kids, from my past, my present, and future, I am all about you. It will always be about you. Once you are in my class, you are my child forever, and I will be there for you to the day you graduate high school and beyond. To the parents, there is not another place on earth that gives us the support we need to make the children in the district successful. When I talk about successful, I don't mean the grades. I mean truly learning what it means to be a leader, to take chances, to be creative, and most importantly, to be kind. For that, I say thank you. To our administration and Board of Education, I am so thankful you worked so hard to keep us from going remote this year. I can't thank you enough for allowing us to be creative in our teaching and not telling us what will work best. You give us the freedom to be different than the other districts around us. Thank you for recognizing that every year is different, every child is different, and for that, every lesson is different. For the staff, well, where do I begin? Well, I guess it starts 15 years ago when I had the opportunity to teach for an incredible teacher. This teacher believed in me and she taught me everything she knew. I tried hard to impress her every day I walked in this building. With 3 kids at home, to say I was tired most days was an understatement. But she lifted me up every day, taught me grit, and to keep going. She taught me that the children are most important. It's not about the fancy billboards and fancy lessons, it's all about the children. I've held that as my philosophy for 15 years and will continue to do so. To that I say thank you, Mrs. Pappas, for believing in me when I didn't believe in myself. Her famous last words to me in December of 2005 were, "Don't worry, it gets easier every year." Not sure about that one. I'm still waiting for that easier year to come. In the meantime, I look forward to many more years with you as my boss and maybe another fun-filled day in the Bahamas, a day I don't think either one of us will ever forget. To my coworkers from kindergarten to 4th grade, including the aides, the special custodians, office staff, and of course Mrs. Crexton and Mrs. Teeters. I dedicate this award to all of you. We have leaned on each other, cried with each other, and prayed with each other. We work together in everything we do, and it needs to be recognized that this job is not a one-man show, and neither is this award. We are truly a unique family here at Nolley, in that you know I have your back, and I know you have mine in whatever life brings us. If it weren't for the kindergarten through second teachers doing an incredible job every day, it would be impossible for me to do my job. For the fourth grade teachers, thank you for always inspiring me to do my best and pushing me to work harder for you and hand you a group of children that are ready to succeed. You are some of the hardest working women I know. For my third grade team, past and present, thank you for being some of the kindest people I know and pulling me along through this tough year and last year, and the year before that, and probably next year too. I wouldn't survive without your advice, your prayers, and your kindness. We are truly a magical team. I am truly blessed to work in the Manchester District and humbled by this award. We made history this year. We couldn't have done it unless we did it together. So I want to leave you with this quote. We may not have it all together, but together we have it all. Thank you.
Okay, one last award. Deanne Hollis said, "The heart of a volunteer is not measured in size, but by the depth of the commitment to make a difference in the lives of others." The Effort Service Award is given to one PTA member each year for above and beyond dedication to our cause, which has always been supporting our students and staff here at Nolley. It was thought early on that this award would not be given because volunteers were not allowed to come into the school. But one person proved us very wrong. Everything she touches turns to gold. Traditionally, our board officers are not eligible for this award. However, in this case, we felt that an exception needed to be made. Our secretary was instrumental in almost every single event that the PTA attempted these past 9 months, and without her amazing ideas and impeccable attention to detail, I can wholeheartedly say that our year would not have been the raving success that it surprisingly turned out to be. This year's Effort Service Award goes to the one and only Mariah Kemp.
All right, boys, girls, this is Ken. She helped us a lot this year with a lot of the things we did. You know, the fun fair we didn't get to have this year. Hopefully we'll be back next year, but she helped us with our raffle and so many other things. So we want to thank her for everything she's done here at Nolley. So thank you, Mrs. Kemp. We really appreciate it. All right, boys and girls, this is it for this part of the assembly. We're going to get ready to go back to our classrooms. But listen, before we go, and all of you look at me, this summer, I want you to do a couple things for me. I want you to, well, let's say like 4 things. I want you to have fun, spend time with your family, but I also want you to read, keep reading over the summer, and I want you to practice your math facts. Can you do that for me? That's all I want you to do. All right, please do that. It'll do so much better because, hey, next year, you could be up here getting a straight A award or some of our other awards that we have, so you've got to set some goals for yourself for next year. So I hope you all have a great summer. Thank you for being such a good audience today. You guys have a great afternoon.